And we're back. So, now that Hurley is gone off to do his Panto Dragon, the four of you are left in this makeup room surrounded by the ghastly reflections of one another. What is your next step? Where do you want to go?
Onwards.
Can you name a direction?
I mean, there's only one way out of this room. So.
Flutter. Whee! And for saying yes, I say that in character. I'm going outside, and you see Plum hearing saying flutter.
Is Plum still forgetting that he doesn't need to use his legs anymore? Is he running in the air?
There is a moment when he flies. You see his legs like walking at the same time, and then he's like, "Okay, flutter."
Is this Looney Tunes? As in, he flies up. You can see the leg spin, and it just goes poof.
I think when he dashes, I think he would do that.
Fair enough.
Like really like that. That's all, folks. Whoop.
Okay.
Well, we got invited to explore, so we can explore in the end.
By the way, if you guys want to look around, feel free to do so.
Actually, should we take a nap or should we explore now?
Does this stop count? Would it count as a 1 hour short rest or not?
No.
No.
If you take a short rest, ask me for the short rest.
Okay.
No, this has not been. I mean, it's not been emotionally hit. Has not been restful.
Right. I could do with a bit of a break. Maybe grab something to eat after the performance and all the emotions, but otherwise I'm good. She's good to go.
I'm trying to remember, when was the last time? Did you guys take a long rest before? No,
We
I think
arrived.
before coming in.
When we were coming in, we slept, but after that, we didn't sleep.
So you haven't slept? You haven't had a long rest since the throne?
When we arrived in this zone, no. When we arrived in this zone, we slept.
Yeah.
And then we had a full day of adventures.
Yeah.
And after the pillars, I think we slept after the pillars.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
Well, would you like to take snack time, or would you like to continue?
Snack time could be.
Tavaren, would you like to snack also?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go off character for this because like trying to explain why what like a short rest won't do anything for me. Like either we take a long rest and that's fine, and like I can go on without a long rest, but like short rest. We've taken one fairly recently, and there's not anything.
I propose while Ysdred or the people who wants to take a little break and like a little break, but we can already investigate this. And while he's fluttering around in the background where there are a lot of boxes and everything, we can look already in this place and investigate already this.
Sure.
We can.
So in short, people who want to take a short rest can take a short rest, because as a little kid, Plum is going to investigate with the people who want to join him, in the backstage stuff to find anything interesting and useful to annoy the hag with enormously. Because I think I found a new life goal now. Annoy the hag.
Is there anyone else aside from Mina who would benefit from a short rest? Is actually the question.
I'm good. I'm a barbarian. I don't do spell casting, so I don't need it.
Don't you have things that come back on a short rest?
Rages?
Especially with your fighter? I believe
That I didn't use.
True.
I bonk people. When I fight, then I can be like, oh, I need to rest a bit.
okay.
But now it's more like a.
Fair enough. So no.
For me, the only thing that comes back on a short rest is my spirit totem, and that's already back because we took a short rest after the last fight.
Maybe.
So,
Mina, what are you missing for a short rest?
I could get my 2 spell slots back, at least. So, I mean...
You know what?
But if no one needs a short rest, then I'm just come with, because otherwise we're splitting the party and it's annoying as hell.
You know what? No.
There'll be a time for a short rest at some point. Don't worry.
No. You know what? I just look at the others and I say like, while you're busy doing your thing and investigating this beautiful room, I fly back to Mina and I said like, would you like to take a break? And again, crisscross applesauce like floating in front of her.
So, out of game, I'm not gonna take my short break now because the DM said there's gonna be an opportunity for it later, and I don't want to split the party and having to go back and forth and say, okay, well now you rejoin and timelines are going to be complicated. So let's not make it too complicated. In game, Mina is always also interested, especially in the library. So. Worst case scenario, I can just take a break while reading.
Okay.
By the way, I do believe I'm looking at your character sheet just in case, but I do believe that at some point you have a once per long rest, you can perform an esoteric rite for 1 minute and regain 1 expended pack magic spell slot. So if you want, you can already have that. Basically, so you can regain 1 spell slot without going through the whole hour. How does that sound? Okay. Oh, and do you get? Wait, did you get your spell? Your sorcerer spells back on? No, those just long rest, right?
Mine?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking. Well, Mina's sorcerer as well. So.
Sure.
Anyways, I will let you.
She's also. I thought she was Warlock.
She is Warlock.
Both?
She's a Sorlock.
Ah,
Sorlock.
okay.
That's the whole backstory. she's a sorcerer. She didn't know she was a sorcerer. Right. Okay. So Mina, Ysdred. Mina, you take a little bit. You whisper those words. That sort of.
Yeah.
That little mantra, that calming mantra that that the Pale One has sort of taught you, and yeah, you do feel that influx of energy, and you can get one of your spell slots back. Right, and you start. So what are you doing?
Investigating this
Okay.
big place here.
So it's a prop room, and for whatever reason, this is, it looks like a LARPing company's back storage, which is it
Ooh.
has everything and nothing, right? You will find everything that you could look for, but it's never going to be the exact thing that you're looking for. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Right? If you're looking for an elven sword, it's the wrong kind of elf. If you're looking for armor, it's going to be the wrong color or the wrong fit. But every seems to be there. And there's everything from powdered wigs to a like I said, a mouse trap that is plum sized. To these sort of again, I mentioned this sort of large parasol with a sort of a copper weather vane on top of it. But the rest is boxes and boxes and boxes.
Still, I'll investigate to see if I find something interesting.
Okay, make me an investigation check. If anybody wants to go in, they can either give the help action to Plum or go in themselves.
I think I'll help him.
Okay, so Plum,
That's a 15. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I'll then go by myself, I guess.
You'll search. Okay.
Yeah.
Mina?
Mina will certainly.
Are you helping Tavaren or are you looking on your own?
I'm gonna go help Plum, actually.
Okay, well, you already has advantage.
She's still mad.
She's still mad. Tavaren, Mina, make me an investigation check.
Yeah. I'm actually good at investigation.
I thought you were saying I'm good at being mad.
I mean,
Also
she's a Thunderstaff. Okay, that is a 20.
I mean, you would have learned how to be mad from your mother, so makes sense also.
Oh.
And Sorcerer.
You've got no
And
idea.
Sorcerer.
Respectfully, of course.
So
Yeah.
all Sorsha said. Right. Okay. Those are some good scores there. So 2 15s and a 20. I would say. Okay. Here we go. Let's start with Plum. A lot of these. A lot of this stuff is, again, junk, right? But it seems that there's also things that have been added in. The same way that it looks like LARPer analogy again, it looks like somebody threw their medieval gear in the middle of LARPing stuff. So there's a couple of items that are actually of better quality, of something that it doesn't really match the rest of the aesthetic, because probably was brought from outside rather than made here in-house. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and do tell, what is that?
So you find, let's see. Right here. So the first thing is you're going to find a couple of trinkets. We'll roll for that on the trinket table later.
Ooh.
But the three of you, Plum, you find a powder brush with a painted handle sculpted to resemble a bunch of roses. But this is not... This looks ornate, almost as if this were part of a bigger makeup set for nobility or something along those lines, right? This would have been... so this is actually worth quite a bit. It's worth 25 gold pieces. So it's fine work. Tavaren, as you're looking through, you find, again, it's within a bunch of different assortment of hand mirrors. A lot of them are cracked or just sort of tin foiled to sort of have some form of reflection, until the point where you find one. It's a gold hand mirror, and I won't say it calls to you, but you have to take magic if I remember correctly, right?
Yes.
Out of your...
It's racial
It's
ability.
a racial ability. And so when you pick it up, it does kind of sing to you in a way. And as you look to it, you realize that as you look into it, it looks, how should I put it? It idealizes your face. You're not looking at yourself. It's directly into a mirror, and it's not a perfect reflection. Your fur is well brushed. It looks like if you'd just been made up completely. As this particular hand mirror removes any wrinkles, blemishes, or scars from the onlooker's reflection. And so that's worth 250 gold pieces.
Ooh.
So you can put that we'll find a name for it, I'm sure. And lastly,
Mirror.
yeah, mirror. Yes, a fair mirror. Yeah, the fair mirror.
Mirror of ideals.
Oh, that's good. That is very good. Oh, come on, a Narcissus mirror, definitely. And you, Mina, you actually find, and this would be maybe in where they would keep some kind of special effects, right? There's a lot of discarded. It looks like there's a lot of discarded junk here that was mostly used for special effects, right? So bottle rockets, confetti throwers, that kind of thing. But a lot of it sort of looks like junk. Until you realize, as you put your hand on this slender, it's a sort of slender. It doesn't look like ivory, per se, but it's textured with almost like silk. You find a wand of web, fully charged.
Ooh.
Probably discarded here accidentally, but yes, you have a wand of web. And all of you, if you wish, do you have access to the Feywild trinkets?
Table.
Not
Yes.
sure we got Yannick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still there. It's just
Okay.
that there's a little oopsie daisy in my programming, so I'm restarting it. But I'm still listening. We
Okay.
can
Okay.
continue to play, so no worries.
Good.
Okay, so each and one of you may roll on the trinket table. It should be at the bottom of your screen there. And so, Wilhelmina, you find a tinted glass monocle that makes everything look green, including through the other eye. So as you place it on one
Interesting.
eye, everything looks green. And
But on left, what?
so
Where?
at the bottom of your screen, on roll 20, underneath where the names of your the people participating, you should have a button called Feywild Trinkets.
Nope, I have a white screen for some reason. I'll reload.
Or you need to go into...
Yeah, for me there's like a little blanked out space underneath the names now that probably should have the button.
Yeah. Okay, I can roll for everyone if you wish.
I do not have that button.
Okay, so no worries. So I'll be rolling for you. Ysdred, you
Yes.
find a spool of glistening silver thread.
Spool. What is a spool?
It's a
In bobine.
bobine. There we go.
Okay.
In French.
So silver thread.
Okay.
Tavaren, you find an opalescent conch shell that laughs when you hold it to your ear. And lastly, Plum, you find, this is interesting, you find a pendant that shows the phases of the moon. Which is currently broken because there's no moon. Or it seems to change. I think it looks broken because it sort of switches from here to there according to where you might be actually in the palace, or that kind of thing.
Okay. There you go.
Right. And that's what you find.
Yeah.
Okay. So we do not know what it does. What they do.
They are just what they are.
I was just gonna say, I know what mine does. It laughs.
Yeah, yours laughs. It is literally a laughing box as you put it to your ear.
Mine makes everything green.
And I mean, Ysdred, yours is a silver thread, so it is literally made of silver.
Try and strangle a werewolf with it.
You could strangle a werewolf with it. You could, technically, it could be used as the. I think that's what you need for the spell alarm. You need a silver thread and a little bell.
True. Damn. You activated my wizard senses. Yeah.
And it is a trinket, so it can be traded. And potentially, you do have a trader. Yes, you have a merchant somewhere around.
Yeah. The Darklings.
The Darklings might be.
Who is quite charming indeed.
Indeed. Where are you off to now? This is taken maybe, and I think that if this were a TV show, we would see the montage, right? Where, Mina turning around and she's got a powdered wig, Ysdred wearing the sort of a vanity cloak, and trying on different kind of things, and all of a sudden realizing, oh, okay, well, this is actually interesting.
If I remember well, we wanted to check the books also. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Books.
So,
I kind
by
of
the way,
forgot which direction.
So the passage the passage to the south, leads to the side of the amphitheater. So if you want to go to the library, that would be up north.
I pushed the door very gently.
Push the door. I pushed the button.
Oh, I pushed the button. Whee!
Okay. I will move Ysdred in with the others. There we go. So, to give you again
Thanks.
Once again, it's a fairly high hall, and from floor to ceiling, on every surface, towers with these thin tomes. There are hundreds of them, if not thousands, that line every. Almost sort of like a pattern on the wall, which makes it as you. So tell me, what do you do? Before I get ahead of myself.
I'm going to see if I find something about myself, about my drama.
So are all of you looking into them, basically, going up to the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mina is definitely looking into them as well.
Let's go explore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to take the time to it, or are you just sort of casually looking?
Let's take the
Mina
time.
is definitely
and
taking the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we can sit down with a book for an hour. And...
Fair enough. Okay. Okay. So, as I said, most of these shelves are just lined with these. So here we go. The books, hundreds of them, are all of similar manufacture. Each one is about 8 inches tall, 3 inches wide, spineless, with its black wooden covers and yellow pages held together by copper wire. The image of an hourglass is burned into the front cover of every book, and carved into the wood above it is a smaller symbol resembling a chicken's foot. These thin books contain handwritten accounts of every single terrible future that Endelyn has glimpsed through her orrery of tragedies. They are written by herself in as rhymes in Elvish script. So, who here does not speak Elvish? I think all of you do.
Yeah, no.
Sylvan, yes. Elvish, no.
Oh, okay.
Common, Draconic, and Primordial.
Ah.
I
Common,
do read
Druidic,
Elvish.
Elvish, Gnomish, and Sylvan.
Okay.
Common, Elvish, Giant, and Sylvan.
Yeah, so Mina, that is the biggest frustration of being in a library finally, and you cannot understand a word. No, you know what? I'm going to waive that from just because I hate to gatekeep information behind that kind of shit. So apologies to the writers, but everything is written here in common. And to be able to be, I mean, considering that she's a hag, it's more likely that it should be written in Sylvan anyways. Nonetheless. They throughout the records, these represent you. It takes about an hour as you go through and that kind of thing. You start realizing that these are potential, and Evelyn says it herself in these books, is that these are possible futures. And to be honest, you've seen a few that seem to contradict each other. So same stories. So for example, the story about the meteorite that broke away a kingdom. There's two other recounts of that same incident, but in one there was a miracle by the local priest who prayed for divine intervention, and that meteor was swarmed to the side. Another one, it wasn't a meteor, it was actually an elemental that crashed, and they managed to reason with it and have it sort of shift to a neighboring country where the disaster happened there. There's all of these now they are set up sort of in chronological fashion as she writes them, not necessarily as they happen in history or failed to happen in history. But nonetheless, the further you go, you realize all of these tomes are way in the past. None of them are relevant, and none of you are mentioned in any shape or form. Your parents are not named here. Though you do see some events that might be linked to, well, maybe your keeper, Tavaren, or your mother, Ysdred. But in passing, and for events that you would know to have already happened in some shape or form. But I will say that, again, I would like to have everybody roll me an investigation check, just to see who finds it.
Okay.
Yeah, Wilhelmina, you're struggling with that Elvish.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was common.
Yes, I know.
Found it.
It's badly written common.
It's Sylvan. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, actually, I think there's a whole part that maybe is translated, and Mina, you're reading the translations, but there is a lot lost in translation because there's a lot. You're reading the annotations in the margins. Ysdred, you find there's one piece of information that you find that is actually pertinent, or at least that you find pertinent. You find 3 verses that seem to pertain to Endelyn, Igviliv, and the Hourglass Coven in its general sense. I'll read these out, but I will copy them to your notes.
Thanks.
All I've wrought shall come undone when the moon blots out the sun. The sweet treachery we 3 have wrought, would Igvild forgive us? Ha! I think not. Time was our ally standing beside us, giving us which mummy denied us. But now I feel its hands turn cold, and see its second sight unfold. The hourglass broken, the sisters three, meeting our hellish destiny. Bav and Scab will never know that time has always been our foe.
Interesting. And funny name for the coven, like, is Lady Z their mummy? So many questions. And you see, she's talking to herself right now, browsing through a book.
What are you talking about?
Read that. Here.
Huh.
Dear Dungeon Father, while they're talking about that, I'm gonna observe those three. If they're observing Ysdred and the others.
The three seemed nonplussed by your presence.
Okay, then I continue to flutter around.
Come see.
Well, I mean, the moon blots out the sun seems to both either or both refer to the two sisters, or just like a when the what do you like an eclipse
Yes.
or both.
Tavaren, make me an Arcana check.
Can I give a help action to
Sure.
that?
I'll take it with the advantage. Okay, 18. So most likely, this is coming from your keeper, right? Anything that is Fey is always cryptic. To the point where, there are two ways to read this. One is that it refers directly to the sisters, or it just refers to any such event. It's just that if there's an eclipse, even it could be a true astrological event, or if somebody representing the sun and somebody representing the moon meet together, which probably means, and you've seen it across a couple of these books where Andalin pretty much said, if I go here, I die. Why? Because there's an eclipse happening during this event, so I will send one of my patsies in my place.
Right.
And so she's arranged herself to never be where there is an eclipse or something metaphorical eclipse.
Yeah, that's why the sisters can't meet, because
potentially it could be
could be an indication of her prophesized downfall.
And in a way, whenever, because you deal with the seer as well, though she doesn't do in acts of future prediction, but she looks into the past. Prophecies can also sometimes be self-fulfilling, right? Maybe it's not because there's an eclipse that blocks her power out, but maybe because reuniting, if you are, for example, the objects of her destiny, of her doom, maybe it's because you came to reunite the sisters, and in that fashion you are now agents of destiny to her demise. So there's a moment where you're going, does this refer to the sisters? Maybe. Or maybe it's just prophecy and make your own luck, right?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's that thing where if you look at something, is it really, if you look at something, are you making it real by believing in it?
I think Tavaren will definitely take out a piece of paper out of their little pouch and write down the name E12.
Yes. I don't think we've met that name yet.
No.
No.
If we hear it, can I do a history check on it? If I know something about it, if it's a name I've already heard?
Sure.
I mean, at this
Valid.
point.
So that's
17.
17. Anybody else want to try and
Yeah.
History, right?
history?
Let's try. Now that I have random history.
Plum 23, nice.
I am smart. Haha.
Ysdred, no idea. And I think
Yeah.
I think Ysdred, it is perfect to understand that yes, you would not know this. Plum with a 20 plus, which was the DC in my head. It's a name that rings with power. The same way there are spells that are named after this person. The same way you have Mordenkainen's, you have Igvil. You're not exactly sure what. This is a name. This is a powerful being that has shaped at least certain spells in their image. Powerful
You
witch.
see Plum repeating the same words, but in a very smart way, without noticing that he's saying very smart stuff at the same time. So he's doing a monologue at the same time, yes, if I remember it, someone that was powerful enough to even create names, for example, Mordenkainen's hound, for example.
You would know. She'd be nicknamed. She's nicknamed the Witch Queen.
Huh. The Witch Queen. So I'm doing a full monologue, being yes,
And I think
Witch Queen.
I think probably with a 23, the name comes up because it's part of a story or an act or something along those lines. There's a rhyme with her name in it, or something along those lines. It's something about I forget the name. Yeah, I think 123. You remember there's a sort of a steamy romance story about one of the demon princes being seduced by a human witch queen. The Prince of Pleasures being seduced by a mortal woman, and it's trying to remember the name of the demon.
I am repeating everything, but it's like a full monologue, and he's just repeating the information that has been shared.
Grast. Okay, here we go.
It was quite a good book.
Demon or devil?
Demon.
Yeah.
Demon.
Okay. I remember it was a quite good story. Good book that my sister read at the same time. I remember this. It was with the witch queen and this and.
Actually, unfortunately, I do not know the source, so I will have to apologize to the. To the artist, but I've got a handout for you.
Hell yeah.
There we go. show.
Yeah.
Doesn't
yeah.
that look like that look romantic?
Lovely.
Absolutely
yes,
fantastic.
very much. Let's put it this way. This is the original D&D dark romance trope right here.
Yeah.
You want your shadow daddy? This is the trope.
Hey, look.
Akatar D&D style.
Nuzzle?
Well, that's what I remember from.
Yeah, I mean, to the point, I think, Plum, you remember it, and I'm pretty sure it's one of those novels that, as a teen, you stole from your older sister. She never knew about it, yet looked for it for a while, but couldn't tell it. You know, it's one of those, that novel that went from underneath the pillow, from underneath the bed, from bed to bed.
Of course.
Where you stole it because you knew that she was too embarrassed to complain about losing it.
Exactly.
You probably learned a lot of things in that book.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes. Yes, because why not? Of course, D&D has books that give you unrealistic expectations of sexuality and romance. Like D&D.
Like any media on that,
Fair enough.
pretty much.
Yep.
So yes, that is what you get on a 23. Amina. As I mentioned a bit, as in right, a lot of the information here is written. Again, a lot of these books have been sort of annotated, half translated. Still, the original text is still in Elven. And so you're sort of grumbling a little bit, going from book to book. This one's not annotated, so put it back. I think that you find one book that seems out of place.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem out of place. It is out of place. Because contrary to all of these sort of spineless books, this one not only has a spine, but it looks like frog skin.
Oula.
Oh, so maybe made out of.
Oh.
Wait,
I'm gonna look into it.
Made of frogs.
I mean, Bavona
So-
has been skin.
Yeah.
It's a actually more than just one. It's a hefty green covered tome, and it actually has a withered frog stitched into its spine.
Tastes. A lot of tastes.
There is also sort of carved into, I think more likely sort of tattooed into the frog's back. You would have the number 3 written in Elven.
Huh, of course.
But I would say you know enough to count to 3.
Yeah. I'm gonna open it.
You're gonna open it?
Yeah.
It croaks.
Okay.
It croaks open.
As soon as you open, yes, well, that's pretty much what happens. As you open it, the frog sort of croaks, and there is a burst of dust that sort of spews around you. Could you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oopsie.
It's a good thing I've got a proficiency in Constitution.
Okay, that's a 19. As you manage to avoid swallowing too much
Most
of
of
the dust, but just enough to maybe have a taste and a whiff, but the most of it just spews away. It feels like you're trying to swallow cinnamon, as your entirety of your mouth goes dry immediately, and you can feel around your lips the surface of your lips are almost crack, as in desiccated almost instantly.
Not good, not good, not good.
On a 19, you managed to shake off the effects.
Mm-hmm.
But something in that powder was definitely a trap.
Yeah.
My question is, were you alone when you did this, sort of separated from the others, or were you in the middle of them? I just want to know if everybody
No,
needs it.
I think I opened it where I found it before bringing it to the others.
Yep. Yep, it just... Okay, yep, that's it. And you actually do and now as you sort of waved it about, it's covered in this sort of powder. The powder looks sand colored, but it's not the grainy kind of sand. It's dust that maybe comes from cloth or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
What you find as you're looking through it is that it was contained in a vial that cracked and which spread. So the trap is sprung.
Yeah.
So technically, there's no longer any danger of it sort of spewing again. Though the three darklings are now looking your general direction, sort of muttering to each other, very interested in what's going on.
And I'll disappear just slightly out of sight of the darklings. Just slightly to also get away from the dust cloud.
The dust cloud is almost sort of, it just spews and it
all through the yeah. And then I'm gonna look into the book.
Let's see. It's difficult to get into because, again, written in this archaic language. But from what you understand, it is the book 3 of 11 of a series titled Tales from the Gloaming Court.
Ooh.
And you're pretty sure you've seen these before.
Yep, we did. We, when we were at the other place, with the library of our dear hag that had a beautiful library, there were 2 books missing, 3 and 8.
Well spotted.
Oh, Jesus.
Good, very good memory.
Or
Like,
notes,
what?
I don't know, but very good.
Hey, look, you guys take notes, I read the notes. Simply as that.
Yes, so this book probably belonged to Skabatha, or at least is part of the collection that Skabatha has in her former home. Anything else? By the way, I will consider this as a short rest for anybody who would need it.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
The attention of the Darkling Elders have, as soon as they realize that you are not being affected, they return back to their books. On occasion, sort of going up, placing them back, and sort of picking up.
Mm-hmm.
If you wish, you can make me an Arcana check to kind of see what that thing was, but...
I mean, I'm gonna try and identify it. It's always good to know what tried to kill you.
Mm-hmm. No idea.
Nah.
this looked like dust. You're wondering why you got spewed with dust.
Dangerous dust.
Maybe danger dust.
I mean, it was danger dust, definitely. The wand of web that I found requires attunement. I guess the short rest doesn't count as an attunement.
Yes, it does. You may attune
Okay.
during a short rest. Wand of web needs attunement? Jeez.
Apparently, yeah.
Good to know. Right. Well, we've explored this. Any other place that you wish to go? Ooh. A bit of wind in the microphones there.
I don't know if it's me, but just in case.
It might have
Thank
been,
you.
but I'm not sure.
Yeah. No worries. Where to?
I guess this one?
Wait, where do you want to go?
The door up north.
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Wasn't there a hag that went into hiding there?
Yeah, but I think she's upstairs.
Push door open. Knock knock. Who's there? Plum. Boop. Door open.
It also seems to be like a curtain, right?
Curtain
Yes.
door.
You enter? Okay. Open it.
Yes.
You by the way, as long as it's not locked. Just a second. Plum, just a second. Right. So as you pull the curtain on this, before you stands a shadowy hallway, and it seems to be blocked by a wooden backdrop about 10 feet from the entrance. And it looks to be painted like a.
And then another one, and another
then-
one.
But it looks like a bookshelf. If you pass the next one, the second one looks like a raging sea. And they seem to be sort of in storage here, further in.
Do we continue?
I think so.
Just stay alert, I guess.
We will be fine, and I'll just fly a little bit higher.
Okay. Plum, as soon as you move, you see a third, sort of backdrop. This is a. It seems to be in a sort of a bare earth graveyard with tombstones sort of placed here and there.
Well,
Yeah, moonlit graveyard.
I'll just continue a little bit. Just out of curiosity.
Yep.
While we're flying like to the left and the right, because I'm a bit higher, I also have blind sight. Do I feel something around me?
No.
I'll say it otherwise. Does my plum senses activate?
Why would your plum senses activate?
There's no jam around.
I am very paranoia that there are people running around, but I find it that nobody's watching us, nobody is keeping an eye on us. I'm starting to be like, this is weird.
Nobody.
She
I mean,
clearly,
We're welcome to explore.
there are people.
She-
There are people running around, and clearly this is a storage space for backgrounds that are not needed currently.
my gut feeling is saying that something is off, but
Okay.
we'll continue.
No. You want me to make me a perception check?
Sure. Let's do that.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
That's
okay. I'm
Dang.
gonna be checking your dice, boy.
Lord have mercy.
As
Blessed be the gods of Tallis and Jeffy.
as you're looking around, you don't see anyone or anything that seems to cause for any alarm.
Okay.
You are and you are flittering, right? You're flying sort of above.
Yeah, like 10, 15 feet high.
You know, as you get to the back of the room, there is another sort of curtain door, and you can see there's a few almost sort of in sync, not necessarily in sync, but in correlation to the backdrop of the cemetery. There's a few sort of wooden tombstones that are set here. And they are painted to go along with the backdrop that you just passed by.
Okay.
Why is there little dotted lines on the floor? Why is there little dotted lines on the floor?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not on the GM layer. It should be.
It's making me go like, is there a trap?
If it's a trap, I'll activate it. Come on, let's do this.
You're floating above the floor. That's making me worried.
Exactly. Come on.
So, who's the first one to step on it?
I'm floating.
You're floating. That's what I'm asking. Who's the first one to step on it?
I guess that would be Ysdred.
Technically, it should be Tavaren because he's been following Plum, but then Meta saw and going, no, I'm not gonna move. So,
Well, I was getting ready, but like I was waiting for Plum to move.
yeah, okay.
It could be me.
Ysdred, Tavaren's sort of hesitating for some reason. You just push by him.
Yeah, sure. I'm just going along with him.
Okay. Here you go. I'm guessing you weigh more than 50 pounds. So
That's rude.
Never have to wait with a lady.
I assumed you're over the weight of a small child.
I mean, like Plum might not have been, so.
Yeah, but again, Plum is flying.
Yeah.
So Ysdred, as you move into the center, basically it what looks like a dusty flagstone reveals itself to actually be a trapdoor. And so there's a click and it just clunks open.
Okay.
As you fall, there's a moment where Plum, you already sort of flying above, you turn and there's that click and Ysdred basically drops in front of you.
Can I try something?
So before we start doing shenanigans,
Okay.
the drop is quick and short. As Ysdred, you drop about 10 feet onto soft dirt.
Okay.
You don't take any damage. However, Plum, you are just at the right height, so as you see her fall onto the floor, one of those graveyard markers that were there, where you did not see a name previously, you now see Ysdred in sort of scrawl written on it. As you look down below you, Ysdred, she's fine. She looks fine. It's about a 10-foot drop. It wouldn't be very difficult for any of you to climb out.
Would silvery barbs help with that?
Yep.
No.
Nothing negative happened.
Nothing negative happened.
Okay.
You fell a bit.
You fell a bit, and then theater-wise stuff happened.
And silvery barbs is specifically for attacks or saving throws. So
That's why I'm a bit confused, but yeah.
No, the silvery barbs. There's no mechanical effect for silvery barbs here.
Yeah, there's nothing negative or mechanical that happened. You just fell.
Okay.
Are you all right?
I mean, I guess.
Is there something interesting downstairs?
I look around.
Soft dirt.
Not really.
Do you need help to get out?
I'd like a hand. Or rope.
Yep. Well, I'll reach my. I have long
Yeah, you
arms.
basically just just reach down.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There's even Plum. You can even find there is actually sort of not necessarily hidden, but it was hidden from view behind the last backdrop. There is actually a rope that you can pull on to sort of replace and relock the door into place. You actually notice that there is a locking mechanism on the winch that was unlocked. So basically, you could lock this stone back into place, no problem.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Ysdred, as you come up, you are covered in this gray dust. As you probably start figuring out that this is probably the chute where all the goblins who sweep all the dust coming from the mountains on the theater, they just push it into here.
I just thaumaturgy it away.
Okay.
Why is my name written? What was that?
I don't know.
As you look to it, about a minute after Plum saw it, it just fades away, shifts away.
I don't get it.
That's weird.
I'm pretty sure that anyone that falls into it shall have their name written down.
It might be even written down somewhere else as well.
Well, but good news. I locked it, and we can continue and points to this little place here.
I will unlock the door, and you may open and enter when you wish.
Wow.
Sorry.
Look.
Okay.
Amazing.
You go on in.
Yep.
Yeah.
We seem to have arrived at a theater.
Yes, indeed.
Another one.
Flipping the trap.
Another one.
I'm pretty sure that I gave you the opportunity. You have locked it in
Yeah.
place, so it's not a problem. Rows of tiered seating fill the back half of this small theater, and motes of dust float and dance above the ancient upholstery. The seats face a stone stage, flanked by wooden silhouettes of fir trees, moon-like spheres of glass that hang up from the ceiling, light up with this white glow. Let's go there. Lit from behind and above by a white moon sphere of glass that hangs from the ceiling by a short chain and casts long shadows on the wall. Suspended above the stage is a trapeze.
Okay.
Plum, you sort of
Yep, just purveying the location.
okay. Make me, if you want to sort of make me a perception check or investigation check, as you wish.
I'll do an investigation. I'm taking my time to look every crook and cranny.
Tavaren is also going to just. Well, Tavaren is mostly looking at the stage area, basically.
Okay. So, like I said, right, you have these sort of fir trees, and you have other sort of cardboard shadows that are sort of placed here, sort of, and casting the shadows themselves onto the floor.
Yeah.
There's a moment where I think part of that investigation, you maybe bump, or you maybe sort of turn around, and you realize that the shadow of let's see. Right. Okay. Here we go. There's a fairly large shadow. It's almost looked like sort of wide-shouldered character, maybe hunched shoulders. Difficult to actually determine what the thing is. But as you sort of move the cardboard or maybe bump into it, you realize that the shadow doubles. As in, the source of the shadow moves, and you see the shadow move, but it also stays in place.
Guys,
As in this particular moment, you start realizing shadows are all around you. Whether shadows from the seats, from these silhouettes, or even from the trees, start to move. Some elongate, some double in size or morph. As you start realizing that amidst these shadows, projected by this white moonlight, some of these come to life. And that's where we're going to stay for tonight.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
fight.
As I am going to, as I mean, should I do the reveal?
If
Yes.
you want
Your choice.
Should I do the reveal?
to.
Suspense
It's
is good.
Dungeon Father's Dungeon Father.
That's-
Ooh, yes! In the thick of it. Woo!
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That is a lot of people.
However,
Not people.
once again, remember there is a trick to every encounter. We'll see
Yeah,
how
of
this
course.
goes next time. So, friends, foes, those undeclared, players, you know the drill. If you are just here for the story, feel free to move on to the next episode. If you wish to hear from us and have a little bit of our debrief, well, just stick around for a couple of seconds just for us to catch our breath, and we will be back with a post-credit analysis and debrief of the last couple of episodes. I'm sure there's things to talk about. So, if you're interested, we'll see you there. If not, we'll see you next time. Bye. And we're back. So, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
Fun. It was fun.
Yeah. So we had, not only did we have tonight's episode, but we had our previous
Last
one as
time.
well. So
Yeah.
the Plum, you've got your wings.
Was fun. I tried to play him a bit more in another way now
Yeah.
at the same time, and it's fun. It's like trying to play that other facet of like, yeah, it's more like a fairy, more a fairy vibe, and not the I need to be careful because I'm hurting all the time. Now he doesn't care anymore.
There was a moment when you guys were going, no, you hag, you cheated us. And I'm going, really? Where are you guys going to push this? At what point are you going to taunting the hag was a brilliant idea from all parties involved.
I mean, she was taunting us, so
Yeah, and she's got the power to do it.
yep. And you know, we all know what we did to her sister, so she's welcome to try.
I like your confidence because that's how you make the exact mistakes.
Hey,
yeah.
the dice tell a story. We never know.
Oh, absolutely. absolutely. I just would like to see the end of the story, not have a TPK here at the towards the end. But which that sort of taunting brought out. We'll talk about it a bit later because I want to concentrate on Plum finding that whole scene. How did you like that whole scene?
The thing is that she taunted, like, the thing is that she started with the taunting.
Yeah.
She's the one that said, like, oh, I'm going to give you your thing, and
Yeah.
then she did, and then it's like, well, fuck you then.
What else do you expect from a hag?
Hey,
Oh yeah, but
She-
like, you know, what else do you need from adventurers to then go like, okay,
Look, it's quite simple. If Mina didn't have a strong advice a la Thunderstaff, it would have broken out of an initiative and I would started to kick her ass. Because, like, don't ask at a hot-tempered strongman barbarian fairy to be like, let's give you let's play a little riddle. It's gonna be like, seriously, are you kidding me? So that's why good on everyone on giving their advice and playing their thing also on the like hey, feel in the force.
Yeah. I mean, confidence on one side, notwithstanding, she is technically immortal within the right without the right conditions. So the confidence on her end is entirely justified.
But
Yeah.
still a good excuse that I can continue to punch her until she's
Sure.
immortal, but not immune against pain.
Fair. That is fair.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But like Plum said, he believes strongly in each opinion of each character that we need to be careful. But he's still very eager to give a good old punch, you know, a little 1-2. That's why he's very happy. He's surrounded by shadows.
Mm. Yeah, and so it was that sort of taunting, but I think I'm still happy that you kind of got, because there was a version where I just gave you the box and you just chose one of the 3 butterflies and that was it, right? I kind of felt that it needed a bit more of a fairy tale twist to the gift.
Sure.
And I mean, to be honest, there was a moment where I was wondering, okay, how much is this the player, and how much is this the character being frustrated? I just wanted
No, it was the character. Like the player, I understand completely the thing behind it, but to say it in the perspective of Plum, like Tavaren got his thing back, everyone has his thing back, and he sees how it goes. Like Tavaren was like, he appeared in the realm and then it was there.
We had a deal with the other hag, and you know, we fulfilled that deal, and then we also got the thing back. And this was like, oh, I promised you a thing, but I'm not going to keep my promise. I'm going to make it a step more difficult. I'm like, well, fuck you then.
Not really.
That's the interpretation of our characters,
Yeah.
how we feel about
She
it. Like,
literally said, "Take the box," and the wings were in the box. She gave it to you.
yeah, but it's like hags being hags, you know.
It's but what I
Like,
found.
she was trying to be tricky about it,
She was
whereas
not
like the only sister that was not being tricky about the promise that she made, we had a fair exchange with her and we left her alone.
I mean, I could justify the fact that she was not being tricksy about it. She gave you the box with the wings. You decided that she was playing tricksy because you did not open. She even
okay.
offered to open it for you.
Yeah.
It's
Like
you
I said,
you imagined a puzzle that was not there. Technically.
Yes, you're right. I have my opinion about it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like I said, I think we can continue for hours for that.
No, absolutely. But yeah, the segue here is the fact that sort of confidence we saw it come to a bit of a clash between Mina and Tavaren later on about how to proceed. Once you met the tragic actors, right? Each of them coming from different worlds. You had some that came from Faerun or Toril. You had others. You had one who came from Taldore.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
White Stone.
Yeah, the White Stone Busker. There's a few others that one of them says comes from a world that does of which he doesn't know the name. There's another that says I come from the known world, so free for the so Toril, Sigil. Yeah, the young tiefling who came from Sigil. So yes, clearly.
Yeah, that was
she
kind
has,
of a hard moment of like, my character won't know these city names. I have to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think it's kind of that thing where this sort of allows to. I mean, we placed the starting adventure in Waterdeep, but you could technically have the starting place be anywhere, anywhere where in any multiverse in a way. Feywilds are everywhere, so. How'd you like the curse, by the way? the idea
interesting. Yeah.
is that yes, you will be reminded of your humble beginnings. Yeah.
That's evil.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
thinking of bringing up like, yeah, well, there was once a time where I tried to impress a girl and then she really blew me off. So if that was the thing that everyone immediately saw when I met someone, I would also be upset. Yeah.
That's one, and it's one of the things that hags, more than devils, will give you what you want in a way that you will be made to regret it. But they will never try and trick you into asking for what you want, if that makes sense. It's devils are very much the letter of the law, while hags are going to be, I'm going to twist the spirit.
Yeah.
But
The lesson of the days: don't deal with hags.
Absolutely not. It cannot go well. It cannot go well. And so we had a conflict between Mina and Tavaren.
Yep.
That came to Mina storming out and being handed a damp handkerchief by a gnome.
I think it's interesting because it's not always sunshine and rainbows at the same time, you know.
Oh, it could be.
Oh no, that was very
Okay.
stormy.
It's a Thunderstaff after all. It's kind of normal. Like I said, feelings.
Yeah, it's.
Guys, I am also going to leave because I also wake up early tomorrow. So.
On that note, I think that No, I just wanted to touch on that and make sure that. By the way, just remind everybody, the drama, the conflict was entirely in game, entirely in character, and we do love each other. And we did ask for a vibe check right after that happened, so we're good. Are we still good? Just checking.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool. So, you just explored it a little bit, found a couple of things in the library, revealing less of a prophecy and maybe a thought about the coven itself. So something to explore there later on. And yes, next time, the Theater of Shadows. We'll see what happens. With a couple of reveals in there as well. So, in the meantime, to my players, absent and present, thank you again for tonight's game. It was a lot of fun. For those watching, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching up to this. I hope that we are still entertaining you as always, and as always, we will see you soon for the next part of this adventure.
Yes.
Stay safe, and fuck hags.
Yes, okay. Oh yeah.